Hey everyone, welcome back to I Know a Guy. I'm Anthony, and this is the podcast where connections thrive. Each episode, we spotlight inspiring entrepreneurs, professionals, and individuals doing amazing things. Together, we'll grow your circle, spark collaborations, and discover new opportunities. Today, we're meeting Rodolfo Gargioni. He's a passionate financial literacy advocate, an entrepreneur who's helping everyday people take control of their money and future. Diagnosed with ADHD and autism at a young age, Rodolfo turned his challenges into a superpower, building a thriving business and inspiring others to their own story. How you doing today, Rudy?
Doing great. How about you?
Fantastic. Well, I talk with you basically every other day at this point.
Pretty much.
Was excited to have you back on here. For those that know or don't know, Rudy was my very first guest, and then he interviewed me for episode 200. So we've done a lot of these, had a lot of conversations, a lot of introductions. So if you don't know him, you definitely need to. Really wanted to get you back on after that first episode because quality has improved since I first started.
I was glad to be the guinea pig.
Yeah, you were a great guinea pig. So,
Thank you.
but to start off, for those that don't know yet, most do, but for those that don't, where are you located? Where are you calling in from?
Little town of Florence, Oregon. It is currently raining. It was sunny earlier. Oregon does that. That's perfectly normal.
You been there for a while, or are you newer to the area?
35 years.
Okay, yeah. So you're getting
A
used to it.
native.
So you have your own, haunts and stuff. If you have friends coming into town that have never visited, let's say I'm heading in. Where are we going? What are we doing? And what's for dinner?
Sand dunes, 100% sand dunes, the sand rail, the fast ones for an adrenaline rush for sure. For dinner, see, that's hard because there's a lot of good restaurants everywhere, like all up and down the coast. So it kind of depends on what you want. My personal favorite go-to would have to be homegrown. They have really good burgers and really good beer. Enough said.
There's some beer. Yeah, no, love that. So sold. I'll be there in roughly 30 hours, however long it takes to drive there from Iowa.
Cool.
Awesome. Well, what can you tell us about what you do?
Yeah, so really I take a very holistic approach to helping people and business owners especially with their finances. I want to make sure that people are taken care of right. And I tell people this all the time. It's more than just having a pile of money. That will only get you so far. Yes, we can help with that. It's honestly kind of easy to make a pile of money. But the bigger picture is you need to have a strong financial foundation. This is what makes us a little bit different. We look at things very holistically. We take people through a financial landscape analysis, showing them, of course, their own personal finances. And then we talk about pain points. Hey, you have a lot of employees. Have you ever thought about their benefits? Hey, have you ever thought about their retirement? Oh, look, you're in manufacturing. Let's talk about R&D tax credits. What? I get a lot to that question when I mention R&D tax credit because nobody knows they exist. But the goal of what we do is we want people and business owners to have solid financial foundations so that no matter what happens to them, be it a market to where the market goes down 10%, hey, let's not lose any money. Or, hey, I'm injured and I can't work for 9 months. How can I pay my bills? Don't worry, we set you up for that. No worries. Hey, my employees are kind of complaining about their health benefits. Can we get them something better? Yep. The overreaching theme is we want people to be taken care of right. And the only way to do that is to offer cohesive solutions. Let's take care of this, then we're going to take care of this, then we're going to take care of this. And we want to make sure that when we provide those things, also which we don't charge for our services, we want to not just help business owners and their families, because that's great, but we want to help the employees. We want to help their families because small business owners, especially are the heart of our economy, they need more advocacy. They need people like me looking out for them. Hey, you have resources. Hey, you have advocacy. Hey, you have people that really, really care. Because my town is nothing but small businesses. Good luck finding a corporate store downtown. You're not going to find one. You might find a couple of corporate grocery stores and a couple of corporate hotels. That's it. So helping middle America, helping the little guy is near and dear to my heart, making sure that they thrive. And the best way to do that is to show them what they have available to them. It's hard to know what's in the toolbox unless you open it.
Awesome. Well, how'd you get started? Is this what you wanted to do in high school, or is there a story there?
Great question. I initially wanted to go into video game design, but then I realized I would have spent $250,000 in schooling. Didn't want to do that. Nope. No, thank you. Very avid car enthusiast. We could talk about cars for hours. So I eventually got into my dream job, which was auto sales. I was like, sweet, dream job. I'm good. Made good money. Very comfortable. Wonderful place to work. Then the universe had other plans for me because that little thing that was known as a global pandemic/recession. And the dealership couldn't afford to keep me. Very understandable. I'm in a town of 10,000 people. During a global recession, we basically shut down entirely. So what ended up happening is I lost my dream job and I said, what do I do now? Okay, I guess I'll be retired for a minute and see what life's like. I was very bored. But what ended up happening late 2021, I started joining some networking events. I met some incredible people, and the financial services industry found me. And I was like, this is different. Okay, let's take a look. Because the vast majority of people were in health and wellness, and I like health and wellness. I love the industry, but I also like food. The things I probably shouldn't be eating. Nobody tell my doctor, please. Love her. But getting into this industry made me realize that I can impact people generationally, not actually. Sales is transactional most of the time. I want to do something bigger. And when I realized, okay, I can impact people generationally, but I can also be really creative because what I do is very creative in nature. If somebody comes to me with, hey, Rudy, I'm not quite sure what I should do for my retirement in the next 10 years, cool, you just gave me a puzzle. Let's look at that together. Hey, my business is thriving, but I think there could be a little bit more. All right, let's take a look. Hey, a couple of my employees they're worried about their kids' college fund. I don't know what to tell them, even though I'm just their boss, but I kind of want to feel like I want to help them because they're my go-tos. Cool, let's talk about that. Being able to help people to where it's going to outlast me, I think is the most rewarding part of what I do. Because what I'm going to do, let's say tomorrow, could last the next 200 years. I'm going to probably be space dust at that point in time. Kind of cool if you think about what you do is going to outlast you. So really losing my dream job was the best thing that ever happened to me because I found my life purpose in the process of doing this. That's how I got here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my next question was going to be, what do you love most about what you're doing? You just said, what the biggest thing is, but what is it that, that you love most about it?
Well, I'm kind of a nerd. I love numbers. I love seeing what they can do. I love the idea of helping somebody thrive financially and holistically. So if I look at somebody's, let's just say their old retirement account and what it's doing right now, what it's historically done, and then I look at, oh, we put it over here. Ooh, look at what it's going to do over here. Oh, that's cool. Then when I show it to them, I'm like, hey, look what this can do for you. And then in conjunction with this other strategy we use, look what this whole thing can do for you. Oh my God, whoa. It's so cool because when you look at how numbers work, and okay, yeah, we're taught math in school, but we're really taught about numbers when it comes to our money, when it comes to compound interest, the time value of money. When it comes to those really easy things to learn, but the things that are some of the most important things in our entire lives, numbers, math, finances, we're not taught about any of that really. So one of the things I really do love is showing people, hey, this is the power of compound interest. This is what the time value of money actually means for you. This is what happens when you don't lose money if the market goes down. This is the implication of taxes later. And I can show people in a minute and a half how they could save $1 million in taxes compared to a 401k. And when you tell people something like that, they're like, wait, what? It's like, yeah, when you put money in a 401k, it's tax deferred. It's not exempt. You're deferring your taxes till later. You are going to pay taxes when you take that money out. What does that mean for you? If you take out 100 grand, you might have to pay 138 to get 100 grand. What happens if taxes go up? Where'd your gains go? Go to taxes.
What would you say your average client looks like?
Boy, that varies a lot. We're working with some very big business owners and working with some individuals. Got a good friend of mine, small company, helping him out on a personal level, which is really cool. And at the end of the day, even helping business owners, you're helping individuals anyway, because it's not like you're helping a faceless machine. You're helping a person. You're helping a CEO. You're helping their family. So really, it comes down to the person that just wants a little bit extra clarity. It could be that simple, like, hey, I think I'm okay, but could you take another look? Sure. Or, hey, I kind of like to find a better solution. This one doesn't seem like it's working for me. Okay, let's check. Or, hey, I just want some clarity on what my finances actually look like. Okay. The overarching theme, I would say, is somebody that craves a little more knowledge and empowerment.
So I know you, so I know this answer pretty well. But in general, what would you say your average power partner looks like? Or what are some of the things that, that certain individuals or professions out there that you can synergize well with and collaborate back and forth with?
The sense to a T. So fractional CFOs, because if they're already working in a business's finances, we can go right in there together and say, okay, you do the fractional CFO work because their numbers already. You know what they're paying on, let's just say, their group health benefits. That's a big line item right there. We could save them some money on that. And you could say, hey, as a fractional CFO, I notice you're paying a lot for your health benefits. You might be being overcharged. Let's talk to my friend Rudy over here. He'll take a look at those. Might be able to save you some money. Or, oh, you're in manufacturing. Talk to Rudy. He knows of something called an R&D tax credit. and I see your payroll, you got a lot of people working in that R&D development arm of your company, you probably should talk to Rudy about that. Fractional CFOs, accountants, tax advisors are great. Business consultants are really good for kind of the same reason. If it's somebody working in a business's financials or in their kind of their C-suite, it makes a lot of sense to talk to them. Same with like benefits administrators. Those guys are great because if they're actively managing the company's benefits, we can say, hey, we can be additive to you. We have some extra solutions that you can implement. And also it helps with attraction and retention of talent. So we can work really well with those guys too.
What advice would you give to a new or an aspiring entrepreneur?
There's 3 things you're going to need. You're going to need patience. You're going to need perseverance. You're going to need stoicism. You're going to need patience because it's going to take you a minute. You're going to need perseverance because there's going to be those moments where you just want to scream. You're going to need stoicism because in those moments where you feel like you're going to die and you feel like, oh my God, I've screwed up. I don't know what to do with my life. I've gone down the wrong path. It's okay. I felt those too, by the way, all of it. Stay stoic and remember that you're going to keep moving forward anyway. And eventually you're going to hit it to where everything will just work. Is it easy? No. But those 3 things, they make it a little bit more powerful.
Why you? What sets what you're doing apart from everybody else out there doing something similar?
Excellent question. So for me, I'm an artist in my spare time. I do a lot of photography. I find that being a very creative person, the approach I take to it is not just numbers. Yes, numbers. Yes, tacticals. I take a very creative approach. I take a very artistic approach to what I do. I like to speak in terms of visions, impacts, and energy, just as much as I like to talk about numbers, returns, and taxes. Because yes, I can help somebody make a pile of money. That's honestly kind of easy. But I want to connect their vision as an entrepreneur to why it makes sense to work with me. Oh, look, you own a small little, let's just say you own a bakery with 38 employees. And you're really, really passionate about feeding the homeless. Okay, awesome. Also, I love bakeries. I love bakeries more than I should. But okay, you want to help the homeless. Okay, I have a way we can do that together. Through actually one of the solutions I have that can save you money every year. If we implement this, you're going to save X amount of dollars per employee per year. You can take that money, buy more stuff. Oh, bakery, we might want to check the R&D tax credits there just to make sure. But I just found you a little bit of money, maybe 10, 15 grand a year. Use that money to buy ingredients and have a charity baking event every year. Because you're passionate about that, right? Okay, there's a resource for that. Or, oh, you have a small group of employees. Let's set them up with a retirement solution that you can match and write off that's better than a 401k. Let's do that. Your employees are going to love you even more. Let's set them up with their college funding so they can go to culinary school. You want to teach future bakers, right? Okay. Send all your employees' kids to culinary school. Let's set them up with that. Connecting one's vision to the tacticals of one's money, I think, is really important. That's the approach I take.
So you talk to a lot of people, you do a lot of stuff, you help a lot of folks, but in general, is there anything that I missed or failed to ask that you wanted to add?
You got everything, honestly.
Yeah, otherwise we'll be here for a while. No, but
Yeah.
for those that have more questions, for those that want to reach out, what's the best way they do that? How can they find you? Where can they get a hold of you?
I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on a list. To search my name, I'm on there. This guy can't miss me. Yeah, shoot me a message. That'd be the easiest on one of those 2 platforms.
Perfect. And I'll put all that in the show notes so it's super easy to find. Anybody would like to get a hold of Rudy, do it. I cannot stress enough. Every time Rudy introduces me to somebody, which is often, the first thing I say is, I don't know how well you know Rudy, but that's a relationship. Networking, connecting, collaborating is an important part of your business. That's a relationship you want to foster because no one I've met personally is better than. I think I met you over a year ago now, and it's been over 400 introductions at least.
It's close to 500 now. I was just thinking about it, like how many people I introduced you to? 450 something, I think. It's got up there.
It's just a big number. So if that's important, absolutely reach out, have the conversation. You'll find nobody more interested in those things. So do yourself a favor. Otherwise, if anybody would like to get a hold of me, you can find me at ikag.me. You can find more episodes, subscribe to our newsletter, and connect with our growing community of awesome people like Rudy. If you or somebody you know would like to be interviewed, you can also apply on the website. But Rudy, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you taking the time. Always enjoy our conversations every other day. And There's so many people out there that need to know you. So let's all take it to heart. Let's have an awesome day and grow our circles. All right.
Definitely. Take care, guys.